Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Closer Encounters. I am your host, Clarence Mitchell, coming to you live from somewhere, Minnesota. Would you like to be a guest on Closer Encounters? Or maybe you know someone that would like to be a guest on Closer Encounters. Or maybe you have a story to share. Well, please, shoot us an email. closerencounters.info@gmail.com. Again, that's closerencounters.info@gmail.com. For everything Closer Encounters, updates, all things going on, check us out, www.facebook.com/Closer Encounters Radio. Again, www.facebook.com/Closer Encounters Radio. And please don't forget to like, follow, and share. Well, hello and welcome everyone back to another episode of Closer Encounters. How's everybody doing this week? I know it's been crazy with everything supposed to be opening back up and yada yada yada. Wow, it's been pretty nutso out there, I tell you. For being locked down from where I'm at, it sure don't seem like anybody's been locked down for long. The traffic out there is just crazy as hell. Stores are packed with people. Our opener, fishing opener is coming up here in the next day or so, and everybody's just going crazy. So yeah, pretty amazing. So, but anyway, I hope everybody's being safe out there, and those are still doing the lockdown thing. You know, good luck to you. But yeah, it's been crazy. Anyway, I see we got a lot of people showing up here tonight. Some new faces are with us. Glad to see it. We got Eric with us. Hello, Eric. How are you, bud? Althea Hines Catlett, is that right? All the way from Virginia. That's cool. VJ's with us. Hello, dear. How are you? Glad to see you. Kimberly Gordon's with us. Cool. We got it. And Sean Smith. Yeah, cool. Good deal. Yeah, I'm glad to see everybody. We got a few people also on YouTube, but I don't see them typing in. So, but that's okay. At least I know I got them. So anyway, I'm supposed to have a few guests on tonight, or co-host actually. I was going to have Rich Giordano from Goof on Radio was going to join me. I sent him the link and stuff. He may be running a little bit late, or maybe something happened. I don't know. Omar is supposed to be with us. So, and also Rob from Full Spectrum Universe. But Rob messaged me, said he had a power outage, and so he's kind of dealing with that. So pretty understandable. So things happen, and that's the way it goes. But that's okay. We're here, and we'll keep going. Hello, Dave. I see Dave's with us. Derek Graves is with us. Roger George. Hello. How are you? Wow, a lot of new faces. Julie, she's with us. Hello. Fantastic. Wow, we got a good group tonight. Wow, this is awesome. Elfina says, that's right, Clarence, you got it. You'd be surprised how many people have a problem with Kellett Formoth Hines. Crazy, huh? Yeah. Hello from Pembroke, Ontario, Canada. Derek is with us. Cool. Hey, and we have Richard Giordano with us. Let's say hello, Rich. How are you, sir?
Hello, Rich. How are you, sir? Oh, hey, Clarence. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Fantastic. Yeah, I was just explaining to the group here that Omar isn't with us yet, and Rob was going to come in, but I guess he has a power outage, so we're going to give him an excuse.
I had a hard time getting in. It wasn't letting me, so it took me
it's I've been getting a message here. I don't know if you've had this happen yet on StreamYard or not, but as I was waiting for the time to lapse to go live, I kept getting a message saying, you're having a hard time staying online or whatever. Move closer to your Wi-Fi. Well, I'm direct connected. I'm not, not on Wi-Fi. So I don't know what's happening there. But
yeah, that's a new message. They have got it. Yeah, they have a new message. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I don't know what's going on, but it's over with. I won.
You won? Cool.
I won. It's you never know, but I think because of the amount of people that were using the internet, StreamYard has been crashing for some people. It hasn't for me, but apparently people are having I have a hard time when I try to stream YouTube and Facebook. It seems the Facebook stream lags horribly.
Yeah.
So I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, their algorithms too is terrible. It's like they're constantly looking in on you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So if you're doing something that they don't like, they just close your stream down. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I even though I stream there, I don't open up the page itself. I leave it shut. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Hey, but YouTube's not. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, but there are times when I like to be on there to use some of my group stuff and postings and shit like that. But it is what it is. So
yeah,
yeah. So cool.
I saw Althea say hi. Hi.
Yes.
Saying hi to everybody there. Yeah, good. Got a good crowd.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's wonderful. Fantastic. Good deal. Althena wants to know if UFOs are flying around your universe, Rich.
They are. Yeah, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually captured a real interesting one. I couldn't see it through. I was taking a walk at night, and I thought it was the daytime. When I looked at the date, it was at 8 at night, and I saw this thing, and it stayed in the same spot for quite a long time. I thought it was a planet. It wasn't. Right. Don't know what it was, but other people captured it. So I was happy to see that, and I'll be doing something about that sighting soon on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, deal. It's pretty cool.
I catch just about every one of your shows because you come on later at night for me, being you're on Pacific time. So by the time I'm done with whatever I'm doing, like I could run my own show and then have time in the middle and I can skip over and watch yours. So I'm usually either watching it on TV itself or on the laptop. But you can always know I'm always there somewhere.
That's I see you. Cool. Yeah, thanks.
But yeah, I mean, it's fun. You got a really good following there and stuff, and it's just awesome. People are fun to chat with. Really cool people.
Yeah.
But anyway, speaking of which, as you know, I sent you a video here not long ago on your show, and you showed it. And been known to me, I didn't know, but you guys had already seen it, obviously, because it is old now. I mean, it's probably a year and a half or so since it's come out. And you have already debunked this video yourself, which many people have, you know.
Right.
And what's ironic about this is, um, during my pastime, I ain't got nothing to do or I'm just bored. I got Roku TV and stuff, which I have Tubi and Philo and all that stuff. So I catch up on some of these old programs, you know, that go on and on. Well, they had a thing on the Discovery Channel where they're playing all the episodes of Contact. I don't know if you know that program or not.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like
I liked
UFO
it.
hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they have their own team of investigators and, you know, blah, blah, blah. And what came up in episode 7 was that video.
Oh, wow. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got that clip. We're going to play it. And
Cool.
you can see, yeah. I know, right?
It's all right.
Yeah. So
we
we're
could all
going to
be
play it.
wrong. I could be wrong.
Well, no, I'm just saying, you know, but
Yeah.
it just sparked my interest. I'm like, gee, you know, because we just talked about this, you know, just a few nights ago, you know,
Mhm.
and it's ironic how I just ran across this on this particular program. So it's like a sign to me, you know, I
Yeah,
take
it
things
is.
like that to heart, you know, I'm like,
Right.
okay, what's going on, right?
Good for you. Yeah.
So after that, I got to looking at it and I'm like, I'm going to dig a little deeper. So I did some of my own photo, not Photoshop, but
Yeah.
photo imaging kind of thing. And I'll share that with you also. And I think you're going to be surprised what I found. This is pretty crazy.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm serious, dude. I'm like, wow, this is, yeah, maybe there is something here. So,
Okay.
you know, we'll check it out. So anyway,
Good.
I want to say hi to Brandon. I see Brandon come in. Thomas Elvin. Hello, how are you? Wow, look at the people. Random Brick.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Eric Graves. Let's see. He had a question here. It says, what is your opinion on all the UFO activities in the last 2 months? And do you think this COVID is just a false flag to cover up what's going on with UFOs and such? Well, honestly, there hasn't been much on UFO activity as far as I'm concerned. It's been very slow, not just in a few months, but for quite a while now. It seems to have been sliding off. Not much, you know.
Well, if he could be a little more specific, maybe there's specific ones he would like us to talk about.
Yeah.
But it's been dry. Even though, you know, you see other sites putting up UFO footage, it's pretty much airplanes and blimps and planes pulling banners. It's nothing of significance. And did it cover up? Was COVID-19 used as a cover up? No, not for UFOs. No, I don't think so.
No, there's something else going on there.
Well, the reason he says that, I think, because keep everybody in their homes while they're doing all the stuff in the sky. Well, I tell you, I was out all night. And
Me
there was
too.
nothing over Arizona.
Yep.
I tell you that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I go out and catch. I tried to catch the meteor showers, but it was very few this year. It wasn't.
Awful.
It was. It was a terrible thing. So yeah,
the last 2 years have been terrible.
Yeah. So they expected 100 an hour or something like that. I don't think I've seen 2 in 2 hours, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it was awful.
It was pretty bad. So yeah, pretty rough. So anyway, if you like, you know, if everybody's here, wow, look at this. Beverly Johnson with us, Roger George. Cool. Hey, fantastic. Good deal. We'll go ahead and we'll play this quick clip. It's only about, I don't know, just a few minutes. Now, there is commercials in the middle of it, but with Philo, what's cool about it is once it gets to that point, I can actually skip them. So you'll see me screwing around a little bit with the mouse and stuff, and I'm just skipping through the commercials, and thank goodness they're all bunched together at one timeline. They're not spread out, you know, so it's cool. So I can
Clarence, I left my drink over there in the, I'm going to go grab it real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and share screen this. Yeah, I'll share screen it, and then we'll play this video clip and let everybody see what I'm talking about. Oh, well, okay. Before I get going, this is a video. The one we're talking about happens to have been taking place in Utah I believe it was Beaver, Utah. This is back in 2016. These guys, they were working on movies. You know, they were filmmakers and stuff like that. So they took a drone and they were actually shooting some B-roll for one of their films, and they were doing some scrub trees and some desert type area and stuff like that, and a couple ranges, and different things like that. Well, during their shooting with their drone, they happened to spot. Well, they didn't spot it right away, but when they went back and reviewed their footage later on, they happened to spot this UFO. All right. Um, Something had zipped through their B-roll uh, pretty quickly. So they cut it out, did whatever, and they filed it away. Didn't want to be monkeying around because supposedly they weren't too far, basically from Area 51. It's not that far away. Um, so Jimmy Chappie, who was the main guy in this whole ordeal, um, didn't want to make any waves because of Area 51. He thought maybe they caught something on film that they weren't supposed to have, something like that. So he didn't want to bring things out in the open right away. So they went ahead and filed it away. And then, of course, a couple of years later, 2019, I forget when it was, um, they decided to bring it out and let people see it and make judgments for themselves, on what it was. So that's where we are today. Now, when this first came out, it went viral. Everybody was talking about it, and a lot of people had debunked it. Like I said, it was, even though I liked the video, I was pretty skeptical about it. But then again, to me, the only thing I really liked about it was the fact that it was a clear picture. As far as the video goes, it doesn't have all that crap that you normally see on fake videos. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of piqued an interest for me, and I always stuck around with it, And like I explained earlier, just the other night, I sent it back to Rich for him to show on his show, so they could talk about it. And they had already talked about it before and had, debunked it themselves. So just so happened, I sat down, was watching TV, going through an old episode of Contact that was on the Discovery Channel. I watched all their episodes that they were playing, and episode number 7 had this video in it. So that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to play this clip for you, and you can see what they did on this particular episode. So let's see here. And we'll share it. And here we go. Well, here we go. Come on.
Hey, Doc, just got an email from a former colleague of mine from the Intel community.
Oh, come on now.
Specialty is air surveillance. But you might want to see this. Came across a pretty incredible video taken in 2016, but
well, I don't know what's going on here, why it's doing this.
you just got it. Shot by a guy named Jimmy Chappie, commercial drone operator. And
around here.
High speed.
and it's gone. Could this be CGI?
I think I'm going to try to refresh this here and see if this will work. Hang on.
A lot of information we do not have here, but no sense of propulsion, wide, kind of oblong shape. That's looking like the Nimitz report.
Huh. It was working just fine until I shared it with StreamYard. Ain't that something?
There's a striking resemblance to another case of interest in the investigation.
Look at that.
The
Yeah.
2004 USS Nimitz sighting, where one of the ship's fighter jets encountered a strange object in the sky. Logged at an estimated speed of 2,400 miles per hour.
If anything biological would have been in that thing, it would have turned you into mush.
Right, that is very, very strange.
If this is not CGI, that looks really interesting.
Okay, I'm going to jump this ahead and see if I can't get it to play
Right.
on the other side of this commercial thing here. Sorry, folks. I was hoping this was going to work, but obviously it.
with forensic accuracy.
Well, I was hoping you'd be able to at least see this part, but I guess it's not going to work for us. This really sucks. A smaller player.
As we get over this ridge, it's going to come around and then swoop up past us.
Okay. Let's see what we've got.
No, that's not.
Oh. Wow. There it is. Wow.
Well, Rich, ain't
Clarence.
working too well, but
Yeah, I'm trying to
Kinda high
give you
risk.
help, and you weren't watching.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean,
Is this a YouTube clip?
No, this is off Philo itself.
Can you use a smaller player instead of the largest one?
Let me see here. if
Because
it's
the
got-
smaller player will stop it from lagging, and then you have to get rid of
frame by
us.
frame. What's
Yeah, so if you shrink that down,
interesting is it maintains
Let me try that and see what
the
happens.
general shape.
we'll get rid of us. We're lagging the computer a little bit.
I would expect to see
Okay.
this a little bit more.
It's still a full screen. You see what I mean? You still have
No.
them filling up the screen. There's no smaller player that they could be used if you hit the in arrows.
Block-like.
No, that's it. That's all I got on this.
Well, you get the
larger.
gist of it here.
Yeah.
You can see
Well,
the white
basically,
fog. Go ahead.
yeah. Let
Someone
me.
did-
I'll just move it ahead just a little bit more, and then.
Is there any reason you're using this footage here? Why not
think
just
you're
go to
right.
YouTube and use one of their videos?
Yeah, I'm using this footage because I wanted you to see him explain what
it being a high.
Well,
what he come up with.
I'm afraid you're going to have an issue with copyright issues too, because The Contact is a major TV show off Discovery
with it.
Channel.
Right.
High level of
So you're
sophistication in
you're vid up to it. So
Videos meta
Oh, come on.
data through a
Sorry, folks.
state-of-the-art software.
that's not true, Roger George. It's not how YouTube works.
Designed to
I don't know if he's got any more.
assess if the
I'll try it on the lowest quality they have, and we'll see what happens.
It still looks like it's in 720 or 1080 when you play
It
it.
does, though, don't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Now it looks lower.
way
Let it play out for a minute.
consistent with
Let it
its
catch up.
surroundings.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't care.
Mm.
No, today's
It's catching up.
And they very well,
technology
no,
induced
because say it might be Facebook doing it, but I don't think so.
That's why I don't use Facebook, because it takes more power for some reason for the computers to use Facebook to stream on than YouTube.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's
Huh.
weird. I think because maybe YouTube, I don't know.
Yeah.
going to apply the most advanced software to really determine if
Well, basically, I'll just explain it to
in
you.
fact this is an
He got some software he was using, and
unadulterated
what it does
video.
is it looks at the pixels on the
So it's kinda-
video itself. You see all that green and purple there, and what it does is if anything is out of place, it will show the pixelation being manipulated. Okay, and according to this,
section.
all the pixels in that video all match up. There's nothing added or taken away from this video. So whatever's in that video is completely 100% original. That's what this is all about.
So you're saying that the pixels on the object match the pixels identically in the video?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, of course,
single
because you do an overlay or whatever, you match it
Determine how-
up, and then you just do it all in one shot. You throw it in.
So they're-
There's a way to fake it.
Well, no,
No?
what he's saying is though, you can't. If you were to take
The
like a
software-
regular video and then add something to it, it would mess up the pixelation.
Yeah, I know. It won't match.
Yeah, right. That's what he's
Analyzes-
saying is everything matches on this. Plus,
So-
after it disappears, it shows the movement
Pushing
of
across-
the craft still going, because it moves so fast through the
Each
frame,
of
which is pretty amazing.
That is interesting.
video to create
Yeah.
I want to know what program
Like a
he's
visual map.
using that analyzes it, and if it's his company that designed it.
Right. Yeah.
I hope it's an independent company, but how are we going to find out? We'd have to do some real research.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Damn it.
Good question.
any
I said the
info
same thing. I'm like, God, I wish I had that program. I'd use it on everything. Yep.
in the object.
Wow. Come on.
Movement.
Roger, that's not
Motion
true. It's not true at all.
Mm-mm.
If I uploaded a
so those
video,
little arrows,
oh, it's playing.
they're going to tell us
Come on.
what that
Now you see all the dots there on the screen. That's all the
object is
pixelation.
going
Yeah.
So wait, so that's from off of his.
Off his program. Yeah.
to do.
All right.
Whatever he's using.
So I'm a little
Predict it.
confused. So where's the UFO? Right up top there to the left?
Next move.
It's not quite in the view yet. Oh no, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
This is it.
Right. Doesn't that look like messed up pixelations to you?
According to what he's saying, is these arrows here are
The
giving you
software-
the direction of the pixels.
That doesn't seem
The sounds
correct. Then
vary.
it looks messed up. It doesn't look uniform like he was saying.
Or
Yeah, we have to listen to what he's saying. That's why
arrows.
Yeah.
we're just getting ghost box answers.
Each pixel
Where's the money? In
Right. But
movement and
Oh, in the garbage truck. Okay,
yeah, this is terrible, man. Oh man.
it is. It's the worst.
her frame of
Are you using
video.
Are you using what browser for this?
This is
It's interesting to
For that
Chrome.
video?
Chrome.
On that video. Okay.
Yep.
me.
I found that what really works well, and a lot of people don't like it, I happen to love it, is Microsoft
is that
Edge.
Really?
I never
point-
have this problem. Yeah, and I'm going to use it tonight when I play my videos because I found out it works great.
Wow.
Yeah, just by accident. I thought I was
where we
using
can see
Chrome, and it was that one.
Wound up being Microsoft, huh? Oh, that's awesome.
the object
Well, that's a shame. I really want to see this.
Yeah.
At least hear it.
traveling at
Well, I tell you what I can do.
a high rate of speed. This
If you just want to hear it,
is
I'll
essentially the
tell
last.
you what I'll do. I'll stop the screen, and I'll unplug my headset,
Oh,
and we can listen to it.
See it. That object is blurred so far based on how fast it's moving, and these motion vectors are still predicting that it's traveling in this direction. There's a lot of detail in this that would be difficult to fabricate and fool the motion vectors into thinking that it's traveling in this direction.
So let me back it up just a little bit.
yeah.
Okay.
The individual frames.
Michael runs the video's metadata through
What would I do? Shut it off?
state-of-the-art software program designed to assess if the object is moving in a way consistent with its surroundings.
We know today's technology can do so much to manipulate video. So we're not stopping here. We're going to apply the most advanced software to really determine if, in fact, this is an unadulterated video.
So it's kind of performing a dissection or surgically pulling every single frame and determining how the pixels are behaving.
The software analyzes motion across each frame of video to create a visual map that will show any inconsistencies in the object's movement.
Motion vectors are those little arrows. They're going to tell us what that object is going to do in the way that it's predicting its next move.
The software assigns vectors or arrows to each pixel's movement and direction per frame of video.
Now, what's interesting to me is that this point where we can see the object traveling at a high rate of speed. This is essentially the last frame that we can see it. That object is blurred so far based on how fast it's moving, and these motion vectors are still predicting that it's traveling in this direction. There's a lot of detail in this that would be difficult to fabricate and fool the motion vectors into thinking that it's traveling in this direction.
So if this video was faked, what would you expect to see?
These vectors would be a little more sporadic. They wouldn't be so accurate. And I would say the slam dunk is that once the object is visually gone, there's still a bit of a motion trail.
And can we now rule out the fact that this could have been doctored?
Based on the testing that I've performed here, I would be confident in saying that this is an authentic representation of the events as they occurred.
Wow. We've now applied multiple tests to this video, and my court is able to conclude with a high degree of confidence that this hasn't been altered in any way, which now leaves the question, what is it? What are we looking at?
Can we do anything here now to better understand what is occurring?
Based on where it's coming from, we can estimate the speed that this object travels. Based on the time that this object is showing on screen, we need to get a rough estimate of what this valley is in a minimum length to generate miles per second.
To determine the object's speed, the team maps out its perceived distance traveled.
From here to that edge, that is 2 miles.
And then divides that by the 2-second time span the object is visible.
We're looking at, covering a distance of around 2 miles. And on screen, it was in the frame for 2 seconds. If an object is traveling 1 mile per second, that object is traveling 3,600 miles an hour.
In layman's terms, that thing is cranking. The camera barely caught it.
I'm impressed. This may be one of the most compelling videos of a UFO in existence. This whole time, I've been thinking of the Nimitz incident and what Kevin Day described. It's covering 2 miles in less than 2 seconds. That is faster than any conventional military aircraft that I'm aware of. Could this be a groundbreaking video of an actual extraterrestrial craft?
Okay.
Nobody talks about the object just appearing out of thin air.
Well, actually, I got another clip that I'm going to show. This is totally different. I'm going to get rid of that one because that one obviously isn't going to work.
That's all right.
Yeah. So anyway, now to answer that question, yeah. Hang on just a second. Let me go to my bookmarkies, other bookmarks, web. This one's pretty cool. It's the same. Of course, it's obviously the same video. What this guy does is he, let's see here. Actually, I had two of them here. Let me bring this one up, and then I gotta find the other one also.
Hey, what do you guys do? It's just me and you. Get about it. This video, I'm not too sure on this guy's computer analysis. There were a lot of other people who have debunked it and said there is no way it's real. Oh, here's my guest. Hey, Clarence, thanks for joining us tonight on Closer Encounters.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know what I did? I didn't open up a new tab like a dummy.
I've done that.
I do that so many times, it's pathetic. It's like
when you go into your favorites, right?
Yeah. I go into my favorites. I hit the web thing. I look for my video.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I clicked on it. It booted me off. Yeah. So I'll try this again and see if I can do it again for the second time.
Yeah, Clarence is bringing us tonight this clip from the Utah drone footage from a couple of years ago. If you guys remember, it was all the talk of ufology for a while. But Clarence has found this clip. It's amazing. That says this guy's data from the software he created, I guess. He created it. Says that this is uniform pixelating. This is not an overlay, right?
Right.
And that's what we're looking. We're listening and watching the evidence right before our eyes. But I don't know, man. Just shows up out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there were 3 other videos that appeared months later that were identical, just from a different angle, because it's a program. It's a program that comes with the P900 or 1000 or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a UFO it's a little software program so you can make UFO videos. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't have a P anything, but
right. No, I understand. Yeah.
But this sounds like it's putting the kibosh on the fake-osh.
Well, it's supposed to, yeah, but okay, I want to see if I can find this other one here.
Well, this guy's putting his reputation and his company's reputation on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's pretty big for a video that he really doesn't make any money from. Yeah, is this guy friends with the guy who made the video or got the video?
You know, I don't know.
You mean we got to do real research?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Might as well, right?
Might as well. Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say here's the answer to your other one. Let me share screen this one. Now, this one is another gentleman who did analysis on this. Blah blah blah. Basically, he started off because everybody was saying it was a bug. So he wanted to debunk that theory about it being a bug. So he went in and did this analysis to prove that it wasn't a bug. But in the meantime, he did capture some pretty cool stuff about how you're saying it come out of thin air.
Yeah.
Okay. So that answer, the answer to that is in this particular clip.
Oh, no shit. All right.
Yeah. So let's see here.
Now I'm very excited.
So we will do this.
I bet you I'll be disappointed.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
This looks like it wants to play.
This one I'm hoping will play. Yes.
What do you have it on theater mode?
I want you to go ahead right now and check out Rob's YouTube channel. It's a brand new channel. He created it just so he could post this analysis. It's his very first video. And I'm actually going to show Rob in full today. It doesn't have a voiceover, so I'm going to try to talk over it a little bit. But the research Rob
It's working.
conducted
What are you
really
doing?
speaks for itself. I don't think much more needs to be said. I'm just going to add this
Ain't that
voiceover
crazy?
for a little more context in case you guys
I
want
didn't
to
see
listen
it.
with the
It's
volume
it's
on.
blurry.
So Rob's video in no way proves what this object is. However,
Screen's
he
too
does show
small.
very well what it isn't. What's really amazing about Rob's research here is that he's able to prove that the object originates really far in the background. It then travels to a significant size in the foreground. And due to the high quality nature of the footage, we have all of these real world frames of reference to see that this thing is flying from far
You'll never
away,
see
and
it.
it's flying really, really fast. Faster than any bug, faster than
Can
any
you see it?
bird. And this video right here
It's
is going to prove
extremely
it. So
blurry.
let's go ahead and roll tape. And if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be posting more of these. Also, be sure to
This
check
video
out
needs
Rob's
to be
video
on
his channel.
720.
Subscribe to that channel. He's
Let
got
me
more
check it.
videos coming your way too. So this is exactly why we made the decision to post the raw footage of this UAP. We wanted people like Rob to dive into
But
it
you have
and
it on
use their
full screen
skills.
again,
And we
but,
knew that
you
through a
know, what are you
crowdsourced
gonna do?
investigation, we would get closer to the truth of what this thing is.
All right, we'll put it on 720, see what happens here.
It should work, but
this
I think
thing
it's gonna.
So Rob was actually able to find this exact location
No,
on
it's
Google
the
Earth.
same.
He shows that as the object
Oh, there we
appears in the
go.
distance
Any
from the
better?
ridgeline, it's actually obscured by the trees, proving that it
Yeah.
is indeed originating in the distance.
Cool. Okay, it says watch the ridgeline. Okay, did you see it?
Yeah, barely. It just
We'll
appears
play
at
it
an.
again
But
here.
this is very blurry, even though it's 720.
All right, you see that? Well, watch what happens here.
Yeah, I see it out there,
See, there it is.
but that's not
Then it
far away.
disappears.
Here,
Well,
it's
it goes
completely
beyond the
obscured by the
ridge.
tree.
Yeah, I see it the whole time. But my point is, it should be showing up all the way to the left, not
Here's where the
halfway
object's
in,
first detected.
halfway in the screen.
It's blocked by the tree,
So it must be far away,
blocked again.
right?
It makes a sharp bank on its side, switching from one axis to another.
But
and
dude,
speeds past camera.
it goes behind the tree for a
Rob then tells us
millisecond.
after further review, he's confident that this is actually a craft flying
Yeah.
at high speeds.
Yeah, it doesn't
Here's
stay
why.
there very long at all.
No, and that's in slow motion. If it was in fast
Notice how the
motion, we
drone
wouldn't even
flight
notice
path
it.
causes parallax. The foreground elements increase in size and track away from the destination vanishing point.
Oh, this is.
He shows us what the destination vanishing point is, pointing out that stationary objects in frame will track away from this point at a rate proportionate distance from this point and from camera.
Sure, whatever he says.
Here are the first few frames where the object can be detected. Rob reverses the motion of the object and replays it a couple times.
But what's the point? Where? Okay, so we see it there. Fine. Where did it come before
Yeah.
that?
Well, apparently it's so small you couldn't see it before that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
So again, this is going back to the first couple frames where the object's detected, and he shows us that there are actually these reference points.
I guess the big thing is, Rich, is when you see the actual video itself,
in the distance.
you would never know that that object was that far behind in the mountains. You see what I'm saying?
Look at how these tracking points
So that's
shift in
basically what he's
proportion to the
proving.
distance from the vanishing point in the camera.
And
The
it's not
background
that
distance
far.
of this
It's 2
mountain range
miles.
is about 2.5 miles away, and notice how there's very little movement in this flying object.
It's in front of those mountains.
Actually, it comes down
The
between
flying
them,
object has separation from the vanishing point,
according
but
to
it
this.
still doesn't track with the foreground or the midfield.
You see
In
where
other
the
words,
arrow
it
is?
doesn't obey the parallax tracking.
Yeah, right there it is.
Right. I want to see it way left where it came from. I mean, that object looks about 8 feet to 10 feet. Looks like a tic tac.
Right.
See, in this clip here, the object's barely even visible, and it's just simply not tracking with the foreground.
You can barely see it there.
The foreground's tracked significantly,
Yeah.
but the object's only moved a little bit, and it continues to have very little detail, which is consistent with it being far away. It then suddenly increases its speed.
my thing is something going that fast, 3,600 miles an hour, wouldn't be that clear, I think, going by the camera. I'm not sure, but I've been near jets and yeah, you can see them, but they're 40 feet or 35 feet.
Right. Yeah.
This thing doesn't seem like that big. This seems very small. I don't know.
No, I agree to you with you to a certain degree. Crazy.
Well, the guys who made it were filmmakers
To make
as
an
well.
equally
So.
compelling point that this thing couldn't possibly be a bug, Rob Woodis actually shows us a bug
You
from
understand
an
that,
earlier
right?
point in the very same raw footage.
Yeah.
Here's
They're
an actual
filmmakers.
bug from earlier in the scene. Did you see it?
No.
Again, another reason we wanted to get this raw footage out for you guys to look at.
Yeah, there's a real bug.
Right.
Now notice how this bug looks absolutely nothing like the flying object in question. First of all, it's black, it's flying around erratically, and it's clearly flapping its wings. The UAP, on the other hand, has no wings or any visible means of propulsion. It's white or metallic. It has no markings. It's able to bank on its side, and it seems to fly perfectly straight, if not up a little bit, in a way that a bug or bird could never do without flapping its wings.
Also,
yeah, we get the point. It's not a bug. We understand that.
but also what other people haven't noticed, and I don't know why they didn't. It's obvious. When this thing is going frame by frame, the object is
Where's the wing flap on this UAP?
Going more frames per second than they're actually doing. Like every time they move one, it's moving two. Like it can't do that. It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's the thing that the guy said on
Another
the other
fact that Rob points out is that the object in question.
That's what the other guy was saying on the thing there was about how fast it was going. It does 2 miles in 2 seconds. So if they're only shooting at 60 frames per second, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I understand that.
It's going to be a blur. I mean, it's,
Yeah. I am.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I just.
Yeah. No, I know. I know what you mean, but that's just not how it works when you go frame to frame.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, so let me get out of this one. All right, let's go to the other one. Now, this other one is pretty cool. I like it because they actually slow it down. So let me get rid of this one, and I'll come back and share my screen, and we'll do this one here real quick, and you can watch this. This is there's no audio on this, thank goodness. It's a quiet film. Which is cool. And we'll zoom it in. Full screen. Okay. Of course, they want you to read everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you could always you can't fast forward it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, right? Don't touch.
Okay, so he's doing these as he goes along, he's actually slowing these things down. So this is the actual video. As you see, it zips by. He loops it 4 different times here. And it's really, look how fast that thing is. You can't even see, it's just a blip.
Yeah.
This one's reduced to 25%, a quarter of the normal, and he looped it twice. This is the one that you normally see on YouTube all the time, is this particular frame rate right here. Now he's going to reduce it 3.75%. And there it comes. And there it goes. Dave wants to know, how do I turn subtitles off? On what, Dave? I'm not sure what you...
Got to go to your cog wheel, the bottom of the video.
Yeah.
The settings. Or, yeah, where it says CC, right next to that.
Right, yeah, it says CC. You just click on that and it shuts them off.
Shuts them right off. Done.
Done. Yeah.
So what are we doing here now?
All right, this is the last one here. This is 2.5% of normal pan, crop, and contrast enhanced. Only one shot, no looping.
No loops.
No loops. I actually like the color he's got on this.
Yeah, that does look... I know. That's funny.
And this is really slow, man. It's like molasses in wintertime.
That's slow.
Yeah. Or a Heinz 57 ketchup. Yeah.
Slow.
Slow. Very slow.
Very slow. We're still waiting.
Yeah. Here it comes. I see
All
it.
right.
See that little dot there is coming. There he is.
Yeah. Here he comes.
Wow.
Oh, he's coming. Bottom left.
Yeah. Hello, Colin. Colin Gillespie from Australia, everybody. How are you?
What's up, Colin? Good guy. I heard all about him.
Yeah,
Everybody's talking about him.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. Okay, and that is going to end that particular video.
That's it.
That's it.
What did we learn?
I don't know. That videos don't work worth a shit on here, that's for sure.
Not with Facebook.
Yeah. So, anywho, let me show you what I did.
Yes, this is what I've been waiting for.
This is probably not going to be any better, but what the hell?
Don't say that.
We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Okay. So what I did was I took that last video that we just watched, and I actually still framed it. Okay.
Oh.
And I clicked through it the best I could to get the best still of that particular object that I could. And this is what I come up with. Let me see if I can.
This better be good.
I know it, right?
I'm
The
joking.
feet's in your hands.
Everybody's watching.
Everybody's watching. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen again and try to.
All right.
Let's see. This should be on application window. Yes. And we will share it.
Nice.
There, you see that?
I do. That's awesome.
How you like that? Ain't that cool?
Very cool.
Check this out. As I bring it in just a little bit.
Interesting.
See, that looks like windows right there. In the
Or
front.
shadow. I always thought that was a shadow.
Yeah, but here's the thing about this is the fact that it looks like if you look at the very top of it, right above those windows there, you can see how the nose actually drops down in a 45-degree angle.
Well, you have to remember it was coming from a place where it made a turn and shot over. That it may look like it's angled down, but I don't think it is. I think that's even to the ground.
Well, if you
in the
remember
video.
how the space shuttle looked like,
Yeah, this
with
is
the
the
nose
space
and
shuttle.
stuff, this is
Yeah.
what I'm kind of comparing it to. Is like the space shuttle. Actually, it almost, to me, of course, it could be pareidolia or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
but to me, it does look like a space shuttle. You got the windows in the front. The bottom half is black. There's a very, very faint wing and a tail, if you could actually look at it really good.
Yeah.
In this picture. I got a couple more here.
You don't think that's caused by the motion blur of the
Well,
thing
it's
going
very possible.
3,700
I'm
miles
just
an hour?
saying, yeah, it is very possible. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
But you're just saying this is what you see.
Yeah, this is what I see. This is, what I'm capturing here. What's really cool about this is I can go up here to edit, and let me see here. We'll go to edit. I like monkeying with this stuff. This is pretty fun.
I know, right?
It's
addicting.
We'll hit the adjustments here. Now, this is a pretty clear picture in a sense, but we can take the light contrast here and we can move it back just a little bit. We'll make it darker here. That way, hopefully it gets rid of the shadowy part that you're talking about. We'll take the color and we'll kind of gray it out just a little bit. We'll bring this back. And then the clarity will move up just a touch. Or try to. No, I don't know if that's going to work very well. Let's see what the other one does here. But anyway, yeah, if you kind of look at it like that, you can almost see like the front of it, like I was saying with the angle and stuff. And it looks like the whole bottom half of that craft is black. You see how dark it is compared to the rest of the surroundings.
Yeah, but you have to remember you're taking this from an object that is 60 frames per second going 3,700 miles an hour. You're going to get all sorts of anomalies with this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if you play the video, I see what you're saying about the tail, and it looks like there could even be the bottom right. There's something sticking out of it.
Yeah, like a partial wing, right?
Not there, all the way in the corner in the back. Do you see a line back there?
Back here?
Bottom right corner, right there. I see something, yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then you go to the top and, right above it, and you can see that, yep.
Yeah.
But when you play the video, you see it as a blur. And
right, exactly.
It's totally different. So I just think it's shadow, because if you look at the background where you say it's windows,
right here.
Well, Jesus, it could be anything. Yeah, I think that's shadow, because look in the background there. The sun is to the right.
Yeah, and all this up here is the sun actually hitting it, or the
Right.
light.
Yeah, and then
so it's shining off from it.
So it can't hit the front where you say those are windows, because that's straight up and down there, so the sun can't hit it.
Right.
Maybe. Or it's windows, or it's fake.
Well, I got more to go yet, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Actually, let me zoom this in just a little bit. I don't know if it gets distorted as we go here, but maybe. I just thought I'd play with this one here just for a few more seconds.
Okay.
Let me see if we can do something different here just to. Say when.
Right. 4:30.
4:30.
What movie is that from?
Oh God, I could tell you too. Damn
History of the World, Part 1.
History of the World. Yeah. Okay.
Say cool. When? 8:30.
It's funny.
That was a great movie.
It was. Yeah, that really didn't do much for that, but okay. So let me go back here to another Leave without saving. Yes, we'll leave without saving. All right, and then we got, let's see, which way do I go here? This one. Trying to find a real good one for you here, Rich. Let me see here.
Well, I've already made up my mind on this last year when it was, a year and a half or however long ago it was. A year ago?
Yeah.
About a year ago. Yeah, this is about a year old, isn't it? Or no?
It's pretty, yeah, it's just over a year, I think.
But the actual video was shot a few years ago.
Yeah, it was 2016.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Now, this is without doing anything at all, okay? This is just zooming in on it. There, you can see the wing.
Yeah, I do.
About here.
I see some, yeah.
And there's your windows.
Yeah, definitely.
The front edge is down. Now, if you look at this, it looks almost like a, what do they call them whales? Some killer whales, some orcas. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
And then this comes down here like that. Now, whole bottom half is black. And the only reason why it would be black like that, Rich, is for coming into Earth's orbit at a fast rate of speed, right? Just like the shuttle or anything else.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think
I
so?
think that's just the shadow. The sun isn't hitting the bottom part. And also it's going 3,700 miles an hour and you took a frame out, so there's going to be distortion.
Right.
That's all it is. It has nothing to do with anything but the shadow. It's a shadow effect. That's my opinion.
No, that's cool. I mean, that's it,
It's my
I'm
right
just showing you what I'm
opinion.
doing. So anyway.
No, you're doing. I understand what you're doing now. I see the other things you're pointing out, the wing and the possible tail and fin or whatever. But also you have to remember, it's going fast. It's a little, it was, how do you know it was focused? I mean, it was on infinity, I think. So.
Well, I'm sure it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, who knows? I mean.
Well, only the camera guy and his friend know.
Right.
And all we can do is base it on, what we know.
Yeah.
And what we see in other videos.
What we can't do. Yeah.
Well, we learned from the other videos that were either faked or misidentified.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this can't be a misidentification of a drone or anything because there was no sound.
No, right.
So you take that out of the equation. You want to do through elimination? We can do that. Probability by elimination. So we know it's not going to be a drone. We know it's not a balloon.
Right.
So we know it's not an F-18 or any type of military jet. It's not that big. Right? We know it's not a meteor. And what are we left with? Unidentified.
Flying something, huh?
Or it's a fake. Now, I have to use Occam's razor in my life a lot because
the easy explanation. Yeah, I know.
Is usually the right answer.
The right answer, right.
So because these guys, now you got to take into consideration these guys, they're filmmakers. What better way to promote your company, right, than make this video, get people to know about you and not make any money from it because, yeah, you're getting advertising for free.
Yeah.
End of story.
Too. Yeah.
End of story, Clarence. It's always about money. It's always about getting to the top. You followed
I
Jesus
like my
nothing.
pictures, oh, damn it.
I love them. I think you did hey, look, it doesn't mean we're right.
Well, no, I know. But I'm just saying,
Your pictures are the best I've seen on anybody doing this. It's really cool. Alien Addict did a really good video on this too. If you ever get a chance to go look at his video, it's pretty darn good.
Cool.
Yeah, he did an analysis. Yeah, I enjoy what you've done because I can definitely see what you're trying to do. But then we get pulled into this, God, I really want this to be real pareidolia contest you have with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly right.
That's the hardest thing about this field. You have to have friends. Not only that, you have to have friends that are smart,
Right.
that just don't say yes because you're their friend.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
That's why
100%.
I'll never tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
Because I'm honest.
That's why I'm glad you're here.
No, but it's true.
No, you're right.
If this was my video and it was real and people were calling it fake, I'd be pretty upset. And try to defend it. But people are going to look at these videos that are too good to be true. What if this is real? And I'm dismissing it, and what a shame that is because of all the fake tomfoolery stuff that's going on.
And that's what happens to us. I mean, that's a God's honest truth, because there is so much fakery out there that we don't know what's real anymore.
It's a shame.
It is. Yeah.
But it happens in everything. It happens in crocheting. It happens in arts and crafts. There's always somebody doing something of the impossible, and then you find out they lied or just wanted to be the best. It happens. Ufology is just, these objects are so far away, and you can never catch them when you want to.
Right.
So you're never ready. That's why you have shaky UFO videos. And then you get the people like James Gilliland on the Gilliland Ranch looking at iridium flare satellites, banging on the bongo drum, singing Kumbaya, smoking peyote. And oh my God, it's 10 after 10. I think I feel it. Of course you feel it. You knew they were going to show up 9 minutes ago when you looked up the iridium flare satellite app.
Right.
Bozo.
That's funny.
Have you ever been to the James Gilliland Ranch?
Nope, I've been by it though.
Yeah, I mean, you actually were able to look in it, and
no, I couldn't. I was driving semi truck at the time, doing heavy haul.
Yeah,
and so I couldn't get down some of them roads with it, whatever. But yeah, I've been all over that area. I've been all over your area, as a matter of fact. It was kind of my stomping ground there for a while out there. But I was always fascinated with that area. But,
where? Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. It always had something about it that I always liked. I don't know if it's just a mystery behind it all or, what I mean? Very mysterious places out there. But cool. Really cool stuff. So, anywho, that is what I had to show you.
Pretty cool, man. So, when it come down to it, do you think that's a real UFO?
Here's the thing. I don't know if it's a real UFO. Honestly, I think if anything, it's man-made. That's my opinion. I say man-made. I say ours.
Yeah, I know.
As far as ET, no, I don't think it's an ET craft. But my whole thing on this is, basically I just want somebody to say there is something real. It's not a CGI photo. There is something real there. That's my whole thing. Whether it's ours or not or whoever, what I'm saying? That's basically what I was just trying to prove, that it wasn't just like our normal videos that we see, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones you had on last night. Wow, you could look at that for 1 second, knew they were fake, or the night before,
Let me throw this at you and everybody listening, because I don't know if you want to call it folklore or the legend of the Peruvian aliens, which I know that Jaime Maussan got in trouble with the fake ones, but there is that little alien, I think, that Dr. Greer has of the alien, a 6-inch alien. Now, there are other claims around the world of small people that have lived here, and they could possibly be in that little UFO, because if it's only 5 to 8 feet long,
right,
it's not too much smaller than a car, but it would be good for their size, maybe,
Yeah.
You said it looked like there were windows in the front, and that's possible. But something to move and make a turn like it did at thousands of miles an hour. Ooh, man, I don't think that's ours.
I know. Well, I don't know, because we just reached the Mach 10 barrier. supposedly we just reached it. I think we've already had it for years.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, we just now broke the Mach 10 barrier. But we got craft out there in space and stuff. You know, well, like the shuttle and the XR-37B, which I mentioned before. You know, it flies at Mach. You know, it's what is it? Mach 23, something like that. I don't know. You know, yeah, it's ridiculous. You know, thank goodness it's unmanned because I don't think anybody could withstand that kind of pressure. But holy shit, you know. And that's got one of those engines in it that's supposed to be experimental and flying at that kind of rate of speed. Are you kidding me? You know. So what's that telling us? You know.
And over a populated area, sort of. You know.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, it was in the middle of nowhere, but you never know if that thing goes out of control. It could land miles away or crash.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? Absolutely. Yeah.
My thing is, we have seen 2 or 3 fakes. I know 2 for sure. Right after, like not right after, but 2 months later, there was one in Spain, which the guy, his name was Heathcliff, who had some other channel. I don't want to say it, but it's gone now. But he came out later and said, "Yeah, I faked it," and he showed everybody how he did it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this video.
It was this video.
It's the same thing, just from a different angle. He just changed it.
Yeah.
It did the same thing.
Just shot by. Huh?
Did the same exact thing, and it was faked. So, you know, he made it look good. This one looks great. But because it's the first one that ever looked like this in history,
right,
we still want to believe that the first one was probably real and all the rest were fake after.
Yeah, exactly.
Or there was an invasion and the rest are coming out doing the same exact move.
Well, that would be something to talk about.
Razor.
Yeah, exactly.
Occam.
So what do you think, Rich? What's your opinion? I got to ask you about this while I got you on the air. What's your opinion about this disclosure thing they just did with the Pentagon giving green light on the videos that have been out now for how many years?
Almost
since
4?
2017. Yeah.
3 years. Yeah. Well, I don't, it didn't, to me, I thought it was old news anyway. Because
it is old news. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I said.
I thought 6 months ago or whatever, they already said that they said they were legitimate videos or something like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was confirmation. I don't call it disclosure. No. They may want to trick you into thinking, I think these videos are bullshit. I don't think they're UFOs at all.
No.
At all. I think they're regular. I think even in one of the videos, I don't remember which one, the guy says that's a drone. You could hear him. He says, that's a drone. The guy, nah. Well, then they say there's radar evidence. Then there's supposed to be, not only is there FLIR footage, there's longer footage without the FLIR on because they had turned on the FLIR to see what it looked like.
Right. Yeah.
So, and the guy says, there's a whole fleet of them. We never see the fleet. We never see the radar. We never see anything. And then they get one of those that does this turn, the gimbal, I think it was. And everybody's like, oh, that's real. It would have fallen out of the sky if it did that, if that was an airplane. Yes, but it probably wasn't. And it was probably the drone like the guy said.
How could they say that when we got aircraft that they literally, I mean, well, look at the blue, the blue Thunders and all them guys. You know, they twist them aircraft around. You think they're corkscrews, for Christ's sakes. You know, they can damn near do everything but back them up.
But what they're saying is when this plane turned like it did, it slowed down so much, it should have fallen out of the sky, and it didn't. It didn't even vary. It didn't even stutter. It was very smooth turn.
Right.
With FLIR, you're going to get a lot of distortion and things that it's heat signatures. So things could get distorted way differently than they look on like a regular camera. It doesn't even look the same.
Now, weren't them guys, though, weren't a lot of them guys that were doing those videos, weren't they like trainees?
Yeah, I think the 4 people, well, you're talking about when they saw the Tic Tac?
Yeah.
There was 4
except
witnesses.
For the one guy, obviously.
But, I think 2 of them were training 2 other people who were new. Yeah. So I think it was 2 veterans, 2 trainees. Yeah, and they saw that Tic Tac in 2004.
Right.
It
Yeah.
took 10 years, what was it, 13 years to get out? And it wasn't even supposed to get out. It got leaked out, which
Right.
is
Yeah.
interesting. But my thing about the government or the Navy or whatever saying that, yeah, these are legitimate UFOs. I mean, it's interesting, but it's nothing new. You see, I thought, and you know what's weird? Nobody even cares. Look when they made the announcement during a lockdown. Didn't they do it during the lockdown?
Yeah. Yeah. Just it wasn't even a week ago. Yeah.
Week or two, I thought. Yeah, right at the meat of the lockdown, they're like, yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are real. Everybody's at home now. You can't look outside to go see.
Well, what I found funny was the fact that I watch Richard Dolan on occasion, you know.
Me too.
Only because he's from my home state, only an hour north of where I lived.
He's good.
Yeah, and he is good, you know. But what I found ironic about it was that his wife was saying how, well, the first day they come out, right, and they did this thing, and it was released, and you had a handful of news places that actually said something about it, right? They had one small clip, you know, yay, they did this, and that was it, back to Corona, right? But she made this statement about how it's all over the world, it's worldwide. Everybody, you know, everybody was covering it. It's every news channel I watched, it was on, you know, blah, blah, blah. The very next day on another Richard Dolan show, Richard come on and says, they're not talking about it. What's going on? They're not, nobody said nothing about them. You know,
what does he expect? Yeah.
Well, exactly. So
The
here you're
lockdown.
getting two things from the same group, you know what I'm saying? It was like, wow, really? You know, yeah.
Well, they
kinda
make
funny.
the announcement during a time when the only thing on the news is hate Trump and Corona.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's going to get pushed aside or be in a little ticker on the bottom of the news feed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that, in case you haven't noticed, everything's Corona, and then everything at the bottom is the rest of the world.
The
now.
rest of the world. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
weird. Yeah.
Now it's just like when them tornadoes hit everybody.
Right.
You know, very few newscasts said a word about them. You know, very, very few. Sad ordeal.
Right. Yeah.
Or the earthquakes that we've been having out there in the upper Northwest, you know, and stuff like that.
There was another one?
What was that one? It was up by
There was the 6.0.
trying to think what the hell area that was now. Not quite Washington, but just between
okay.
Montana and that area up there. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I thought that was a weird place to have one.
Well, everybody was starting to holler about Yellowstone. You know, it's going to
Yeah.
explode.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it Idaho?
Idaho. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Yeah.
Well,
Crazy.
you know, the DOD, like right now, I mean, that was smart of them to say it now because it would just get pushed under a pile of Corona. So they said it, it's over with.
Yeah.
Now nobody's talking about it. I mean, we're talking about it, and the UFO community may talk about it, but nothing. See, and I think that's what they're doing now. We had 3 years or so of TTSA. We've had all this mainstream media play, and we've got about 8 years of ufology in 3 years.
Right.
I mean, it was amazing press, and now they're backpedaling, and I think they're going to start retracting. Hey, look at all these Facebook channels that came out just the last couple of months.
True. Yeah.
And they're all fake. Everything.
Every
They
one
admit
of
it.
them.
Everything here is for entertainment purposes, UFOs, abductions,
Yeah.
paranormal situations. Why are they doing that? There's 12 of them.
Yeah.
And they all came out at once, which is very weird. And they're getting millions of likes.
Ain't that something? You know, I can't get 300 subscribers.
No.
You know,
I know.
I'm
We're in
not
the
really
wrong-
complaining. I love my people. I love my followers that I have. You know, we're worldwide, so it really doesn't matter to me. You know, I won't monetize it anyway, so no big deal. But yeah, exactly what you're saying. You know, they get everybody and their brother will jump on them and love them, and I just never understood that. You know, it's crazy. Yeah,
I can't handle it.
I know it drives you crazy. It really does.
Well, Yeah, that's what I'm doing tonight, pretty much, talking about people who, that are still making it in this world that shouldn't even be around. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, another thing that's upsetting too is the fact, like, well, you take the TTSA, Tom DeLonge and them. Well, Greer's the same way. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You don't hear a word from these people for 2 years. I mean, they come out and they promised you the world. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Bah, 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 bah. Pound it, pound it, pound it. You don't hear a frigging word from them. Nothing. Nada. Now all of a sudden, Greer's got a movie. David Wilcox has got a movie. TTSA's coming back on the History Channel. Well, a new episode of Unidentified. Oh my God! Pentagon up and released the thing. Here we go. Come on. Talking about great timing. What is up with that? You know what I mean? Everybody is calling each other, going, "When's your movie coming out?" "Oh, same time yours is." "Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, well, let's just throw them all together." You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, what's going on? Nuts.
And because there isn't a movie coming out every month or every week, it's, every couple of months somebody will have something, but and we're going to watch it and people are going to buy it because there's nothing else. Anything new, we're hungry. We'll take it. Greer put out another one. If he put out another one 6 months later, we would still watch it.
Yeah, but you know what's wrong with Greer's? It's the same thing as his Acknowledged movie.
I know.
It doesn't give you anything different.
Same thing as Serious, Unacknowledged. It's all the same. He just reviews the last couple of years in a movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in 2 to 3 years, he'll have another movie about the next 3 years in front of us. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's the way he makes a living. I think he has money. I'm not sure what his ties are to anything, but
I don't know either.
He reminds me of somebody who sneaks a little bit. Sneaky. I don't know, something about him.
Yeah, I know.
He's changed. When he first came out, 20-some years ago, it was different.
I used to watch him. To watch him relentlessly. I was an avid follower, but then I seen what he was doing to other people and taking their money, showing them fake UFOs out on beaches and stuff. That's when I quit. I said, that's it. If you can't tell that that's a goddamn flare, I'm sorry. There's something wrong with you.
Yes.
I'm serious. It was so sad. And then it got proven afterwards. Some guy went out to the base and says, was that flares we were watching? The guy's like, yeah, it sure was. Yeah. Surprising Greer didn't pay him to drop them. You know what I'm saying?
Could have.
I'm just saying.
I know.
But that's the way the world is. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. If I give you guys 100,000, would you drop some flares for me? I'm going to be out there.
I would do it for $100,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you could buy me. You can buy me.
Crazy.
That's the thing. That's the thing. People can be bought at a desk. If I wasn't so desperate for money, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Principles can take you so far, but money can get you out of a lot of situations.
Get you everywhere. Yeah.
If somebody's throwing that kind of bread around just to drop a few flares, I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
But would you, if somebody gave you, it would have to be a lot of money. You know what I mean? It just couldn't be like 10 grand. I wouldn't do it for 10 grand.
Nah, it's not worth it.
But 100 grand's a little different. That can get me, pay all my stuff off and get me a good start for the next year.
Right.
So that's different. I don't know. If somebody told me, Rich, I will give you a certain amount of money, but you have to quit talking about UFOs, it would have to be $1 million plus.
Yeah, I couldn't. Ain't no way. I've been in it too long. It's been my whole life. So,
yeah.
But
it would have to be quite a bit of money for me not to do this anymore because I enjoy it so much.
Well, it's just it. Yeah, exactly.
But if they said, all right, we'll give you 500,000, I'd be all right. All right, I'm done. There's no way I'm going to make that much money doing the show. I might as well quit.
Yeah. See the brass ring. That's it for me.
Well, if there was if I could be put in the Legends of Ufology section.
Right.
That'd be awesome. But we'll put you as a legend of ufology too. All right, you got it.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
People look up legends. I'll be right there. I don't know if I'll ever make it there. I wish I would.
Well, and that's the thing too that kills me is I so wished that I could have found a better avenue back in the day to jump on with this. I could have been the next Jim Mars or the next whomever. You know what I'm saying? It's just them lucky few that get, I don't know how it happens,
Well, it's who you know in this field.
Yeah.
It's who you know. And I can name a few people right now that had no experience in the field and get the best guests, have a lot of followers, and are getting paid.
Yeah.
And it's total, and they're fake. They make up things that happen to them. They lie about a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
And I was going to swear, and I'm trying not to.
That's right. We're not kids channels here. So
no, I know, but swearing,
I know.
It's just not appealing. Anyway, well, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think we're going to pretty much do it in for tonight. You can hear my voice is fading away again. It's getting dry up here. Gosh, it was 34 degrees this morning when I woke up. I can't get out of this slump, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Yeah. Our Fisher openers this weekend, and it's going to be, matter of fact, it's going to be dipping down 26 degrees in the next couple of nights. So it's going to freeze overnight, thaw in the morning. Yeah, it's crazy.
It was 104 in Phoenix today.
Man.
So I looked at David Rucker. He says, "You're losing me, Rich," in the chat room here from Facebook. The government's finally admitting they do not know what's in their airspace. Well, that's what they're telling us.
Right.
I mean, we already know they know. They know what's in. They know what's in the airspace. They just don't know what it is. They've always known that. That's the problem. That's why they're keeping it secret, because they can't explain it.
Look up Space Fence. Yeah.
And look up Mirage Men.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
That's a good movie on.
It is. Yeah.
Isn't that the Richard Doty story, I think? It is.
Richard Doty, yeah.
I think it is the Richard Doty. Come from him, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty close.
Yeah. And I got my show in an hour and a half.
You better get something to eat, get some sleep.
I am. Yeah. No, I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Can't sleep. I might miss the show.
Yeah. Well, I'll be there. I'll be watching, no doubt about it. So pretty cool. So
thanks for
everybody, check out Richard's show tonight there on YouTube. Goof on Radio. It's pretty cool. And if you're not part of it, please subscribe to him. Follow him. You'll like his stuff. Good people there. Join him up
great
in the
chat room. They're
Absolutely.
the nicest people. I swear it.
Absolutely.
It's a good time. Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, not a problem. I like it. I because it was that video and stuff, and like I said, I'm like, Reach, we got to see the video.
I'm like, yes, we do. We do.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry, folks, it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, but that's the way it goes.
But I got mine.
Yeah, there you go.
I keep it on green when I do a show.
Do you really? I always have mine flashing. I've had him, 6-7 years now? Yeah, it's pretty,
wow.
He's still going. Yeah, never quits.
I that little plastic piece on top's like so cheap how they made this thing, but it looks great.
It does, yeah. I think it's pretty awesome.
Well, thanks
again. What time is Goof on YouTube? Everybody wants to know. It's 7 o'clock Pacific, which is
10 Eastern.
10 Eastern, yeah. 9 o'clock Central.
10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. Goof on Radio stream. We go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Depends on the night. Tonight will be tonight's going to be about Huff Paranormal, a couple of things, Sylvia Brown, Tyler. I was going to do something, but that'll have to be for tomorrow.
That's funny stuff. I get a kick out of it. Sylvia Brown, huh? Wow.
Yeah. You don't know my Sylvia Brown routine?
No, there's a name people don't hear much anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't done Sylvia Brown in probably 6 months. Oh, yeah. She's a big part of my show.
Yeah.
Until she died. Yeah. Crazy lady. All right. Thanks.
All right. Not a problem. Hey, everybody. Thank you very, very much for showing up tonight. It's been a pleasure. Next couple of nights, I'll get something else going up, and we'll do it to it. So, but in the meantime, I want to thank everybody for being here, and Godspeed. Stay safe out there, please. And yeah, go watch Richard's show tonight. It's going to be pretty cool. So, in the meantime, love one another, or whatever you want to do. God bless. I want to thank you all for listening to Closer Encounters. Please remember to like, follow, and share. And until we meet again, keep your eyes to the skies. Thank you.